Hi, this is Frank at the RV shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And today we're looking at this 2023 Airstream Bambi, model 22FB. Gonna do a little walk around and show you what it looks like. Give you an orientation as to how to use some of the major components. Anyhow, let's get into it. We're gonna start right up front. First thing we're gonna start off with is up here on the hitch. So this features this Demco flat latch, or easy latch as they call it. The main thing you need to know about that is when you're hitching up, I see people lift this when they hitch up all the time. You do not need to do that. It lays flat. Just leave it like that. As you drop the trailer on the ball, you'll see this come up and then go back down. It'll lock in place. You do not need to. The only time you're going to lift this is when you're actually unhitching. Okay. Now it is designed to take a lock. You can put a lock that goes through here. It is not the same kind of lock that you would use on the regular type of hitch. So just keep that in mind. Of course, our propane tanks live here. Now, to use these propane tanks, basically what you need to know, this right here, this knob, this is what, see that little pointy end right there? You point that at the direction of the propane tank you want to feed from. So currently it's feeding off of that one, is pointed at that one. So that's why this valve is open and this one is closed. Now, if you're going to remove the tanks to fill them, you're going to take off this wing nut, unscrew that all the way, then that allows this whole cover to just come off, and that releases the tanks so you can take them off. Batteries, we got two batteries right there. I believe they're two group 24 batteries. There's a quick connection down there for propane, so you can hook up like a barbecue grill or any other low pressure propane device. Our spare tire also lives under here, under the middle of the A-frame. You can kind of see it there. There's the handle to get it down. You got to pull that cotter pin, then this other pin slides out the side, and then the handle just goes down, allowing the spare tire to come out. That connection there, you see that? That's for an auxiliary solar panel. Now this trailer already comes with solar, but that would be like if you wanted to add extra solar. This window up here opens. You just release the window with these little bungee tabs right here. Pull those open, and then this window tilts up and you can lock it in the open position. And then there's two little screws under here that once it's open, you can get access to those screws, take out those or loosen those screws, and then this whole thing pivots this way, and then it'll literally pop off those hinges right there, so you can clean the window behind it. Because this is this is plastic, so this is like plexiglass to protect the actual glass windows that are back there. Now moving on from there, we have this label. Most important thing on this label, it shows you your air pressure, 80 psi. That's what Airstream recommends to be used on those tires there. So very useful label. This is the outside of your water heater, Gerard tankless water heater, and then this is where you fill your water. This is where you would fill your potable water, drinking water, for the onboard freshwater tank. This is the outside of your water heater. That's where the exhaust comes out for the water heater. And then of course this is the shore power cord for this trailer. 30 amp service. Cable in. Outside shower for washing whatever. Maybe you make a mess over here dumping your tanks. Well, we got an outside shower to hose things off with. And that round thing right there, that you see right there, that is a storage tube where you can store your sewer hose. Now this is city water connection. Now it differs from that one over there. That's for your potable water. That's to use the onboard water tank to take the water with you if you're somewhere remote. This is if you're at a campground and they have access to water. You can plug in the hose here, and that'll feed pressurized water into the trailer. Now that this connection here is it has a built-in water pressure regulator, so that'll keep the water pressure coming into the trailer between 45 and 50 psi. This connection here, this is for flushing your water tank, your black tank, the toilet tank, right? So this helps keep that clean by rinsing it out after every time you dump your tanks. Then of course that is your dumping station right there. Gray handle on the left is to dump the gray water, which is your sink water and shower water. Black handle on the right, that is to dump your black tank, that is the toilet. And of course the cap in the center is what you remove to attach your sewer hose. Black first, then it's gray second, always. And there's like a little service light right there, I don't know if you can see it. Little service light to let you see what you're doing in case you find yourself doing this at night, right? Other thing we have here, as you can see up top, solar panel. There's the air conditioner. That thing that looks like a big disc, like a UFO. That's the TV antenna. And this other little thing towards the back, that is a vent for the plumbing. Now at the back, we have license plate holder. That is your camera for the observation monitor that's inside. Wireless operation. It's already ready to go. And of course on this side, we have our manual awning. Now I'm not going to go through the process of deploying the awning right now. At the end of the video, I will provide a link to a video that I have that shows you how to set up this awning, how to extend it and all. Mainly I'm by myself right now, so it requires somebody to hold the camera because I need two hands to set up the awning. But I'll, like I said, look at the comments in the end of the video, and I'll have a link to my video on using your awning. Now, other things we have out here, of course, we have a little outlet, 110 outlet. If the trailer's connected to shore power, the step, very simple step, not a whole lot to it. You just fold this up like so, and then in it goes. Pull it out. It just holds on there by gravity. Now you do have a little bit of a storage compartment here. Miscellaneous things, lug nut tool, propane extension hose, and a that little bar that you see there is for your stabilizer jacks. Now we're going to go inside and take a look, but before we do, I'll talk about this entry door right quick. So on this entry door, you'll see it's actually two doors. We have a screen door, right? That's separate. And then we have this main door that has a little latch that locks it in place so it's not blowing in the breeze. So we have two doors. Now, if you're just using this screen door like so, Airstream doesn't like this door being closed on top of that because it can damage that screen door. So what they actually want you to do is open this screen door like so and lock it on this main door and then close it like so. Now another thing, so this door has a deadbolt, plus it's got a regular latch up here. That's why there's two keys. There's a deadbolt, there's a regular latch. You have to be careful with this latch. So see there where it says lock, so if this accidentally gets put into the lock position because somebody's playing with a handle in the lock, when you close this door, it will lock the door. So you need to be careful if somebody's messing around with your camper or kids are playing around with it, that you don't, that knob doesn't get put into the lock position and this door closes, because then you will be locked out of your trailer. So careful with that. Don't do that. Anyway, so we're gonna go inside, because as usual, anytime I try to do a video, everybody in Baton Rouge decides to pull up in the loud, noisy bus to come see us. So we will close the door. So we'll close the door, and I have no doubt somebody will actually come in here and open this door and come look for me, because that's what usually happens. So here we're inside the trailer, and I'll give you a quick rundown of the things you need to know in here. It's a pretty simple trailer, there's not a whole lot to it, but it is typical great Airstream quality. So as we come in, right here at the entry, we have switches for lights. So as we come in here, we have switches for lights. This one is outside this door, like a little step light, and then this one's inside. Now we have this table, the dinette. This also makes into a bed. Those latches, you undo those latches and this thing pushes down. Then these cushions will fit over the bed to make that into a bed. Back here in the bed, you got some storage. That bin, that door opens up to reveal some bins as well as storage underneath the bed. You got some little cubbies there at the head of the bed. A light switch there for the overhead light here, as well as USB ports there, and a 110 outlet there. Storage is there over the bed. Windows, sink, 2-basin sink. Stove is propane fired, so make sure your propane tank, at least one of your tanks has propane and at least one is open to operate this. And you basically turn this while pressing this. See if I can do this with one hand. Oh, there we go. So very simple to operate. That is the igniter. If this is hot, let it cool off before you close this. Then overhead, you have your AM, FM radio with Bluetooth. So you can actually pair your phone and stream music through this. There's a USB port there. This is your camera, observation camera that links to the I'm sorry, did I say observation camera? Observation monitor. This links to the camera this I showed you earlier that's mounted on the back. It's wireless. Airstream gives you a little tool here. This is a circuit tester. You basically plug it into your outlets and this will tell you if you got a good connection. Microwave, just a microwave, nothing fancy. Refrigerator. The refrigerator is a 12-volt refrigerator. So anytime the trailer has 12 volts, like as long as the battery's charged, you will have this working. There's a control knob back there. That's the control knob. Controls the temperature and whether this thing is on or not. 12 volt operated, like I said. So this doesn't operate on propane, doesn't need 110. As long as you got 12 volt power, the batteries are charged, or you're plugged into shore power, this will have power. That is your breaker box. That's got your 110 breakers as well as 12 volt fuses. It's got like a little window. I don't know if you can see it there, but we'll pop this open. There's a little window right here. So if one of these fuses goes out, pops or whatever, there's a red light, LED light that'll light up next to the fuse that went out, and you'll be able to see it through this window. So if you come into the trailer and see a light from behind this little plexiglass window, you know you got a fuse out. Now these breakers on the left side are the 110 breakers. Those are resettable and everything is labeled. The charging system that charges the onboard battery is also connected, is attached to the back of this breaker box. And then there we have a propane leak detector / carbon monoxide detector that runs on, the battery that is connected, that's wired directly to the 12-volt power of the trailer, so it doesn't use batteries. One that does use batteries, however, is this guy up here. This is your smoke detector, so that requires a 9-volt battery, just like one at home does, right? Then we have a couple of these fans, this one and this one. These are manual, so you turn this knob to open them, and this is how you control your fan speed. Both of them are the same. And then our air conditioning, this does not have a thermostat. Remember I said this is a very basic trailer, very simple trailer. It doesn't have anything real complicated on it. Therefore, it's got manual controls. This is where you turn on the AC and it comes out from right there. Not thermostatically controlled, so it just either it's on or off. You have multiple speeds for the fan. Got a little filter there that you remove periodically to clean it. Now this TV pull that strap, and it's got a swing arm that comes out pretty far. That does run on 12 volts. It's not a 110 TV. This is a 12 volt powered. That button there is to turn on your TV antenna. So there I turned it off. You see our Daniel Tiger just froze. No more picture because we have no more signal. So if I turn on the TV antenna once again, you see Daniel Tiger comes back to life. So actually I probably shouldn't be showing that, huh? Because that's copyrighted stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get my video taken down. Anyhow, cabinet closet with a light. Then in here we have our bathroom, little sink, toilet, and then a shower. Oh, look at that cool mirror. Ain't that nice? Super nice. Shower. Stopper. And of course, clothes hanger. Let's hang it up on this side over here. Just a hanger for that. So that gives you a cable to hang your clothes on. Right? Little latch that turn that knob to lock the door so it doesn't open while you're traveling. And light switch. This is our water heater control, and we'll talk about that here in a second. This is our solar monitor. This monitors how much electricity is coming in from our solar panel on top, solar panels. So right now it says 0 watts. Well, we're undercover and it's kind of cloudy anyway, so that's not going to work. You don't turn this on or off. You don't have to interact with this at all. This is just simply displaying information. This comes on automatically. Now this is your monitor. So here we can press this button. We can see we got 69% full in our fresh water tank, our drinking water, potable water. 0 in our gray, 0 in our black. Now we're not connected to city water, so if we want water to come out, we have our water pump on. That's why that green light is on. Now just because the pump is on doesn't mean it's running. It's an on-demand pump. It only runs when you need it to. So for example, it's not running right now. However, if I open the faucet, it will. You can hear it making noise there. So the pump is running there, and if I shut this off, you'll hear the pump turn off. Like I said, it's on-demand pump. So you can leave it on all day long and it's not going to run unless you open a faucet. It's designed to stay on unless you're not using the trailer. Now another button here, this will tell us how much voltage in our battery. This is a little deceiving right now though. We're plugged into shore power, so our true state of charge is probably like around 13 volts, give or take a little bit, a tenth or two. However, it looks higher because we're plugged into shore power, so anytime we're plugged into shore power, our charging system that's connected to that's attached to the backside of that breaker box is at minimum going to provide a little trickle charge to the battery to maintain its current level of charge, which is what you're seeing right now. That's why it looks a little bit higher than the 13 it truly is. The other thing we're going to talk about, this water heater and the way it works. So if we're going to use the water heater, we have to turn it on. Now the red light doesn't mean it's on. Right there it's off, but you see the red light is still on. The red light simply means that it's got power. So anytime the power is turned on, you're going to have that red light on. So I can turn it on. Now it comes to life. I can change the display to Celsius if I wanted to. And then this is to control the maximum temperature for the water that will come out the faucet. So the default is 124 degrees. That's the factory default. That's the highest you can go. So the way this works, if I turn on the faucet and ask for hot water, right? Here, a water pump running. Now this is running. Now you're going to see a flame pop up right there. See that flame that just popped up? That means the burner just lit on the system and it's making hot water for us. When you see this gauge get to about 110, that means the hot water has arrived at our faucet. So right there, water is starting to get hot. I'll turn off the water. Now the flame goes out. Now you'll see that little fan running for a little bit to cool off the equipment, and then that will go off as well. So this system only runs on propane. A lot of people get nervous because they think, well, that probably uses a bunch of my propane. It actually uses very little propane because, for example, the water heater's been on all day. However, the only propane that's used all day is just that, about, what was that, about 5 seconds, 10 seconds worth of propane while it lit. Because it's an on-demand system, so it will not. A conventional water heater that runs on propane is going to have a burner that stays lit, and that'll be running as long as that thing is on, so all day long, right? So it's constantly burning propane. This system only burns propane as you need it. Okay. If you have no need for hot water whatsoever, you can always just turn it off, right? But it does not use propane while it's sitting there idle. Now, one last thing that I'm going to talk to you about on this trailer, probably one of the first things I should have mentioned. This is probably the most important. So, back here under the bed, you have this knob. See how it says on, off? Right now it's on. So that is the connection to the batteries that I showed you that are outside out front. So when that knob is on, our batteries are connected. Right now, if I turn that knob off, you likely won't see any difference in here because we're connected to shore power. However, something important is not happening. So if that knob is off, we have our lights. We could use the camper like that. However, our batteries up front are not getting charged. So they're going to start to discharge over time. Eventually, they'll go dead. So with the connection being on like it is now, our charging system that's right here is feeding electricity into those batteries, making sure that they stay topped off all the time. It's a maintainer, so it's going to ensure you could leave this trailer connected 100% of the time, and it's always going to do its best to make sure that the batteries are at 100% for us. The knob, so you would typically turn that off if the trailer's going to sit somewhere with no shore power. So that'll attempt to keep your batteries from going dead. But you know, when you expect the batteries to be charging, that's important that knob be on. Using the camper, 100%, you want that knob on. Towing the trailer down the road, I would probably leave it on. That way the trickle charge from the truck 7-way connector can charge the batteries. Anyway, that's enough about that. That's going to bring us to the end of this video. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below in the comments or reach out to me. My email address will be posted in the comments, or call us here at the RV shop. I hope you enjoyed the video and found the content useful. Have a fantastic day.